booster boxes, collector boxes, commander sets, play boxes, and now nightmare bundles with the release of Duskmourn. It's always interesting to see where our community, fans like you and I, spend their hard-earned money on these various TCG releases. And with Duskmourn less than a month away as of the recording of this video, it's nice to know, what are our peers doing? How is the community spending their money? And so today I want to take a breakdown of every single sold listing of sealed product for Duskmourn off TCG Player, take a look at how fans like you and I are spending our money, and talk about what that means for the future of the set and what some of the prices of these boxes might do come release. All right, let's get into it. Now, we've talked about this before, and I will say it again. This does not represent all of the Magic the Gathering products across the world, but it is an interesting picture we can paint when we compare set to the same audience on the same platform. And for that, we turn to TCG Player, where cardboardfinance.com aggregates every single sold listing of sealed product for major trading card game releases. In fact, I created cardboardfinance.com, and it is financed by the channel members here. Click the join membership for $5 a month to support the project, or even just the sub button and the like button and stuff like that, because all of those buttons help a small channel like mine more than you can possibly imagine, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But the goal of this project was to simply know where fans like you and I are spending our hard-earned money. And with a set coming out like Duskmourn with a bunch of different products, and yes, the brand new Nightmare Bundle, not to be confused with the Complete Bundle, but no, the Nightmare Bundle, it's always interesting to see how that breaks up the products that we are buying, because, well, this shows an overall community interest in the set and where that interest lies. And when it comes to Duskmourn, we see a very, very clear picture painted by the top selling products. As we can see here, overall, the set has only sold 4,000 boxes so far for a total of $300,000 on TCG Player, but that's not the important part. We are way early in the pre-release cycle. It is on par with some of the better standard releases that we have seen. Yes, Wilds of Eldraine, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and it is led by the Commander deck set. Now, as of the recording of this video, there's a funny shirt flying around social media. It says, "Commander ruined Magic," and gosh, part of me as a Commander, someone who doesn't enjoy Commander as much as other formats, I want to agree, but like, Commander sells boxes. It brings us together. It gives people a fun way to play Magic. I just wish they didn't design the game for Commander. Commander is amazing. I just want card design to return to normal, but I digress. The Commander deck set, being the most popular product early on, makes a ton of sense to me. But the Nightmare Bundle coming in second with the skepticism about the product was a bit of a surprise. And we're going to break down the sales of these products, their value, and what it's going to do for the future in this video, so don't go anywhere. But before we do that, it's important to talk about the play and collector booster boxes. Recently, in recent sets, we've seen the play booster box really leading the way and being something that the regular fan, the most people who turn to purchase products on the secondary market, turns to. I mean, heck, let's look at Bloomborough. The play booster box blows almost everything out of the water. So the early adaptation of the play booster box for Duskmourn does seem a bit behind, but not in enough of a way to seem dangerous or bad in any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I think the play booster box is going to do extremely well. And oh, look, the application is timed out here. We'll go ahead and refresh here and get back on the Duskmourn play. The collector booster box, falling in last place, actually passes my smell test. Often with the collector booster box, we need to see what's inside, some of the special variants. While some of that has been spoiled, I don't think enough has been spoiled. We haven't built up enough hype to turn to this, and we saw this with Phyrexia All We Won. The Nightmare Bundle, Complete Bundle of that era does pull a bit of that collectability hype of the pulls interest away from the collector booster box. I wonder if we're going to see it here. But breaking down some of those products is where things can get wildly interesting, especially when we look at the price that we, the fans, have paid for some of these products over time. And there is no better example of that than the collector booster box. We see here the collector booster box sells a good number every month as we ramp up into the final month of pre-sales, but the big interest is the price of this collector booster box. And I can't believe I have to say this, and you can agree with me or disagree with me in the comment section below. Collector booster box prices drop as we get closer to pre-release. There really is no reason for a standard Magic the Gathering release to way too early pre-order a collector box. Now, you can get yourself caught in a situation. I'm not saying that early ordering, getting booster boxes on time, like day of release, is bad. I would never say that. You can get yourself into a situation where you're looking at something like, oh, let's go Lost Caverns of Ixalan and the collector booster box, where the price kind of does one of these on you. But even when you consider Lost Caverns of Ixalan, one of the cheaper points to buy the product would have been on the actual release. Way too early pre-ordering the collector booster box does not seem like a winning formula, and I think we see the community really coming around to that when we look at the number of products that are being sold. Now, the difference here that we see, from past Magic, Ixalan, Wilds of Eldraine era, we see the play booster box, the consolidation of all of us around one booster box, going extremely well. And the price, while we have a drastic graph, has dropped less than $10 here for the play booster box and is wildly stable around $140 to $139. Right now, as of the recording of this video, this seems to be the going rate for a play booster box. And even looking at something like Bloomburrow that has now dropped into the 130s, this seems like a wildly stable price. This just seems to be the price. And the price is the price is the price when it comes to a good Magic the Gathering set. But that verdict is still out on Duskmourn. We will do a whole evaluation on whether this is a good product worth spending our money on, but we have seen what happens when we have a good product versus, well, let's call it a not-so-good product. We have the play booster box for Karlov Manor, and we know what happened. We see a very similar trending graph here on the right, sitting at the 150s down to the 130s, now settling under $100. Still selling a surprising number of boxes every single month, especially because this product, not the best. And I said it before and I'll say it again, and if I remember, I will link the video here. The idea of a $100 play box, even if it's a set that we don't love as much, with these dig lands in there and these staples, a Vein Ripper in there, even though it did just get banned in Pioneer, it's still a good commander card. I think a $100 play booster box opening experience, sitting down with your friends, playing with a good land cycle, is cheap, and the community does seem to be responding and buying a good number of those boxes every single month. But without getting too far down the Karlov Manor rabbit hole and why that whole debacle failed, it is important to note that Duskmourn seems to be holding up to this point, and I expect more of that. But the interesting stability, and yeah, I said stability because I didn't think there would be stability here, is the Nightmare Bundle. We see a great number of products selling $200 or 200 boxes last month in just the bundle, not including any cases that sold. But this product is wildly stable from a price standpoint, dropping from the 90s into the high 80s and kind of settling there for now. I thought for sure, and you could let me know if you disagreed, I thought the Nightmare Bundle was going to come down drastically in price. I thought for sure this product was coming down. It proved me wrong. It just hasn't. It has gone extremely well, and you love to see that kind of stability when it comes to a Magic the Gathering product we are hyped about. Now, is this hype going to be rewarded? Is it worth it? It does not look as good as the Complete Bundle. I'm saying it here right now. It's not as good as the Complete Bundle. I think the Complete Bundle was a better product if you put them both in a vacuum and compare them against one another. Right now, way too early to tell. That's what I believe. I also believe that the Nightmare Bundle can still be a good product. Complete Bundle was the product of the year, in my opinion, the year that it came out, and the Nightmare Bundle, while it might not be the product of the year, is a good way to spend a couple bucks and engage with Duskmourn. I truly believe this is going to be a great experience. I like the Complete Bundle in the long run. But the big winner, as always, as it seems to be set after set after set, is the Commander deck set. The price on this seems to stabilize, and actually I pulled it up here on TCG Player just to show the price of this product does seem to stabilize, around the 120 to 140 for most sets, and then you'll get the thing where one deck spikes and one doesn't. But this is Magic's out-of-the-box play experience, and in a game like Magic the Gathering, where what's most important is playing the game, Magic is a player's first game, I think the Commander deck set is always a fun buy. What does this mean for the future of Duskmourn? We have all the information, we've ingested the data, we see where things are going, and I do think that there is a little bit of room, and I'm saying this right now with a little bit of caution. I'm getting Outlaws of Thunder Junction vibes. There's a little bit of room for the plain collector box to both normalize and come down in price. But the Commander deck set is something that's very interesting. When we took a look, the most expensive Commander deck was on pre-sale for $50. I think it was the I don't remember which Commander deck it was, but one of the decks is on sale for $50, and generally that means that we are going to, as a community, find one strong deck, maybe a secondary deck, and the other two are going to be kind of afterthoughts, or decks that are out there that can just come as part of the bundle. If one of these decks takes off and this price normalizes a bit, I think the Commander deck set is a really good purchase for this set. And I've said this once and I'll say it again. Commander deck sets, 4 decks in a release, is a massively good thing for a Magic set. I love to see it. You get a taste of what the set has to offer, the brand new mechanics you sit down and play, although one of them I think is a morph deck, and I'm much less excited about that. But all in all, Duskmourn going extremely well way too early on. But I want to temper expectations. If you're here for this long in the video, if you stuck around for this late in the video, you get a little bit of a treat. I don't think, there's been some murmurs, there's been some talks about the push power level, about, maybe this thing might start to tickle Bloomborough for standard set of the year. I don't think we're anywhere close to there. I think we're definitely looking at, closer to an Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which, in my opinion, is an underrated opening experience. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, especially the Play Booster box, is really fun to open and play with. I think this set is underrated. I think we could be in an area where Duskmourn is selling, a similar number of boxes, save maybe, the addition of the Nightmare bundle. And we look at this set as a good but not great set for 2024. All in all, I think Duskmourn is set up for a lot of success. The days when standard Magic the Gathering sets just came out and instantly flopped are definitely behind us. We have a chance to ingest the set and see what we like and see what we don't like, and this definitely feels more Thunder Junction than it does Karlov Manor to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let me know if the Karlov Manor hate is unwarranted. The dig lands in that set make the entire set worth it. It's one of the best land cycles of all time, just available in that set. We need to show some respect for Karlov Manor, even though the rest of the set, I'll be honest, wasn't that great. All right, thank you so much for hanging out again. If you hit one of those buttons below to help the channel out, I really do appreciate it, because with being a small channel, like, all of that matters. A little update on the studio. We used to have a Nissa poster on the wall. We filmed standing up. We brought some energy. The poster fell off the wall. The glass actually broke. So we're filming in this seat. Let me know what you think of this background versus the other one, what you like, what you don't like. I'm here for all of it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. Now click this video that I put down here somewhere. All right, we'll see you.